Mr. Bradfield from Manic Preachers, how are you? How are you feeling being back in Finland?
Yeah, no, I'm kind of just really happy to be here. I've just come back from my family holiday.
Oh, really?
So I'm all refreshed. And we were only kind of in Helsinki playing a gig in our European tour 4 or 5 months back. So kind of, yeah, it's just really good to be back so soon. It is.
Yeah. This is a flow festival. It's called Flow Festival.
Yes.
So what kind of flow is Manic Street Preachers in right now?
I think we're kind of really happy that we had this plan that we would release 2 albums in the space of 1 year, Rewind the Film and the album now, Futurology. And I think we're just really glad that we pulled that off, that we didn't saturate people and they didn't feel as if they had enough attention. It's kind of worked for us to have 2 albums out in 1 year. And it's just really cool. We just actually feel like we're in the flow of going through this very creative period and representing 2 distinctly different albums. So, you know, it just feels cool.
You've been playing together and touring for almost 30 years together, and do you still enjoy each other's company on tour or after so many years?
Yeah, most definitely. You know, I've known Nick since I was born. I've known Sean since I was born. Sean's virtually my brother. We are cousins. And yes, we've been together for a long time. You could fit 5 bands' careers into our career alone, I think. So that's a lot of time, and I suppose you've got to be aware that you give each other space at certain points because, well, this band has lasted a lot longer than a lot of my friends' marriages, you know. So sometimes you got to give each other space, but quintessentially, at its root, you know, we still enjoy each other's company, we still understand each other, we still empathise with each other, and we still love playing music with each other. It's a very strong bond, but yeah, you definitely got to give each other space sometimes.
In an NME interview, Nicky said that Manics may only make 1 more record before you end your career. Is that really possible?
I don't know, really. I mean, Nicky Wire in the band always tries to look into the future, whereas I always try to live in the present. It's probably because my brain is not as industrious, as talented and as active as is. But no, I don't see it like that, to be honest. But you never can tell. You know, once you've gotten past 10 albums, you know, I think you've got to be aware that you're closer to the end than you are the beginning. Just because I'm 45 years old now, this is our 12th album, so one day it will finish, but I don't see it anytime soon. But I think that the biggest thing you've got to look at is how the landscape changes around you. And compared to when we released our first album, and now we're on our 12th, everything in the record industry and the way that people listen to records, buy them and digest them, everything has changed. So you've got to keep a pace with those things.
How would you summarize Manic's career so far, like shortly? What has changed in the band?
Well, sometimes I think it's been confrontational. Sometimes I think it's been confused. Sometimes it's failed. Sometimes it's succeeded on a grand scale. And sometimes it's been inspirational. It's been all those things. I think we've made lots of mistakes and we've made lots of good decisions. But we've always followed our instincts and we've always been outside of fashion. You know, we've been through the Manchester thing in the early 90s, the Seattle movement, obviously, you know, Britpop, the noughties, you know, we've lived through all those fashionable periods. So I think, you know, the one thing you've got to actually keep your eye on is that the world around you does change. You've got to be aware of it, but you've got to you've got to be confident of the world that you create, because we've always been outside of fashion, always, and we still are to a certain degree. And I think that's a good thing. It used to scare me. It used to I used to find that challenging, but now it's the thing that I find most inspiring, I suppose.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Bradfield.
Oh, it was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks.